I would say the Samaritan experience was much easier and less stressful. The well care visit kind of cracks me up because we did receive a comment from the doctor's office the first time we went cash pay with them. And, she kind of gritted her teeth and told me the price for the well care visit that was cash pay. And I'm thinking, this is so low, this is so low. I just looked at her and said, it's a whole lot better than the $1,000 a month I was paying for insurance. This $60 bill or whatever it was less than $100. And she kind of made it seem like this big deal, like, wow, look at what you're having to pay. And to me, it was like, it's a whole lot less than $1,000. And then you add up those thousands. You're talking $12,000 a year. That's an expensive well care visit. $60 to $80 to me is so cheap for a well care visit. Like I said, it's far less than paying that premium and paying for co-pays and co-insurance and everything else that you have. So it's not a concern of mine at all. The first need that we had was my son was playing football with Daddy and met the couch with his head and got a big gash in his forehead. So we had to take him to the emergency room and have it stitched up. The second need was shortly after, when my daughter was riding a scooter outside and she fell off that and broke her arm. So we had to go to the emergency room again and have a cast put on. And the freedom to choose our doctors, our hospitals has been great, especially since our two needs have been emergencies. So we could go close. The insurance company my husband was on, their hospital was actually pretty far downtown, pretty close to downtown Denver. And that would have concerned me as a mother having two emergency situations. So being able to go close by, and for my daughter's second broken arm, we knew we wanted to go back to that same pediatric bone specialist, and it was no problem. And I didn't even have to think about it. And then calling the office and having them say, wait a minute, first let's pray. Let's pray for the kids. And that was great. There's bonuses along the way that you don't expect when you have a need that's to be shared. I couldn't even read the cards. I had to have my kids read them because knowing that people were praying for them was very special. So that was wonderful. So I always try to write a very meaningful card myself because I know how that feels, and not just say praying for you. I actually usually start my cards with Dear Lord, and I actually pray in the card instead of just telling them I prayed for you. I actually write the prayer down because I know how much that means. So it makes you part of this family that is the most important family to be a part of. And that's actually the cards and seeing people's names and just knowing there's these people who are like-minded and you're not, kind of an outcast in society, that there's 40,000 other households that share your values. That's huge. The other bonus that maybe I would like to share is when I had called for my husband couldn't get out of his insurance plan because he has to go into another state approved insurance company in order to get out of his. So he couldn't come over with me to this. And when I called, I think the second time about my daughter's arm, the man said, well, I have another question for you. Why, I notice you're paying for the family plan. Why isn't your husband on here? And I said, well, he's got insurance through work. He can't get out of it. And he said, well, doesn't he have co-pays? Doesn't he have possible other situations that they might not pay for? And I said, well, probably. And he said, well, we could help with that. And at the very least, you can call us since he's on the plan and have us at least pray for him. And I was like, wow, I can't tell you how many people I've told that story to. Why they would red flag that and bring it to our attention. It's just unheard of. And it's just a story that I like to share that sets Samaritan apart.